Hi, welcome back to English Be Good. My name's Chris, and today we're looking at Hotel California by the Eagles. Yeah, it's quite a mystical song that on the surface doesn't seem that way. When I used to listen to it casually, I thought it was just about this hotel, you know, near the desert in LA or something, and there was a woman involved because they talk about she a lot, right? A guy goes into a party, has a crazy party. It's a bit weird and lots of drugs and drink and this was my impression, okay, and maybe he goes with a woman or something, okay. But listening a bit more deeply, there's more to it. It's quite symbolic, really, the hotel. So let's go through some of the lyrics and we'll talk about the meaning. Now, from an English learner's perspective, we start off in the past simple to tell the story, and it's quite easy to follow in the beginning because you've got this, it's on a dark desert highway. Okay, so you can picture the LA thing. You've got the cool wind blowing. You can smell the colitas and things. In the distance, we see the hotel sign, right? Pink sign, and he's feeling tired, so he wants to go inside, okay, and stop and have a rest. And it sounds like he's on a motorbike, right? Because you've got the wind blowing his hair or open top car. So typical rock and roll kind of like way to travel. Okay, so then it mentions about this she, right? Standing in the doorway, temptation, inviting him in. Ooh, okay. And now the she here is really representing this lifestyle of hedonism and debauchery, rock and roll, wild parties, fame. No, they're both sides of fame, and that's kind of represented in the line that this could be heaven or this could be hell. Okay, so for someone who isn't famous yet, maybe it seems so glamorous, right? And it seems like the perfect life. It's heaven, but we know there's a dark side to fame as well. Many people turn to drink and drugs, addiction, die young. Anyway, let's keep going. Okay, so the guy thinks to himself, I'm not sure about this. He goes in, she lights a candle, come with me, Then we hear these voices, okay, which come up again later in the song. Now the chorus is quite kind of jolly, isn't it? I'm not going to sing it really because it's quite a hard song to sing. Yeah, so it's like really lovely, right? It's really lovely. You've got this happy on the surface, all seems so jolly and attractive. Okay, now they use the word face, has a lovely face, right? So on the surface, it seems wonderful, but going below the surface, there's another side. Then there's a verse talking all about the materialism and everyone obsessed with diamonds and expensive cars, pretty people dancing, and there's some descriptive language talking about the heat, the sweat of the summer. Now it switches here, if you're an English learner, switches to the present simple, and this makes it a lot more kind of confusing because we use that for speaking in general, right, normally. So it gives you a sense of like timelessness, and it makes it feel very live and happening now as well. Okay, because obviously the past simple is something that's finished, but this is kind of, normally we would use present continuous for things happening now, right? But if we talk about in general with no things that are always happening that don't finish, we use present simple. And I think this adds to the confusion and the kind of like craziness of this party that's going on in the hotel. Then what else is going on? Okay, he orders drinks. These voices start to haunt him a little bit from the hotel that you can hear, waking him up, saying, come back to the hotel, welcome, come on, come in. So he's lost in this world, really, and it's hard to leave, as we see towards the end of the song. Now, you've got more in the verse, more like examples of excess. You've got these mirrors on the ceiling, which I'll leave that to your imagination. You've got pink champagne. Okay, so it's something quite exclusive and a bit not typical, right? It's quite posh, maybe you could see that as being quite posh. Now, we switched to the past simple again for the last verse. And you got this. The last thing I remember, I was running for the door, and trying to escape. But as we know, there's a famous line, you can check out any time you like, but you can never leave. Okay, so obviously the checkout is what we do at a hotel. So it's the perfect line really for this. But it seems like you can leave when you want, but you really can't, okay? Because once you're famous and you're in that world, and you're in the limelight, in the public eye, it's hard to get out of it. And so the whole song is kind of like talking about fame and the LA scene at the time, when there were lots of musicians all hanging out and partying, and it's just showing another side to it. So yeah, sadly we can't go to the Hotel California to visit, because it probably does exist somewhere now, right? There's some kind of theme park or something, I don't know. Anyway, have another listen to the song. Have a look out to see if you can find, for the English learners, if you can find present perfect. There's one line in present perfect, and see if you can figure out why they use present perfect and what it's expressing. I won't mention it, okay? You figure that out. Check out the use of the tenses and how that affects the feeling, okay? And yeah, enjoy the song. It's a classic. Anyway, I'm Chris, and this is English Be Good. I'll be back soon with some more songs. Please add your comments, ideas about what you think it means, because this is only my opinion. It's not necessarily correct. It's an interpretation. Any suggestions for other songs you want to hear? I'm getting back into this now and enthusiastic to make more videos. So I'll see you soon. Cheers.